Hi there, everybody. Hello, Creative Tartanites. Thank you for joining me today. Unfortunately, this is a bit of an impromptu live. I'm sorry for not giving put my teeth back and giving you the warning. But I have a parcel, which means that I am going to do an unboxing. Now, I confess I have a new computer, so it's a completely new setup, and as you can see at the background, I'm afraid I'm a little bit untidy here, so please forgive the mess. But I just couldn't wait to do this. I could have set up the camera and done it all nice and recorded it and then uploaded it, but I'm just too excited and I really want to get this set up the camera and done it all nice and recorded it and then uploaded it. But I'm just too excited and I really want to get this open. So I'm going to do it now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take everything out of the box from here, and then there'll probably be a little bit of shuggling. So fingers crossed that it all goes to plan. Oh, hi there, Mark. Hello, thank you for joining me. Finally, at last. So without further ado, without making sure that my address doesn't get shown live on YouTube, I'm going to open up and see what I've got in here. Oh, wow. Now that's really cool. This is, it looks backwards on mine, but I'm assuming that it's not going to be on yours. So that's Ampersand's Gesso Board. So that's a really cute thing. I look forward to trying that. Oh, things are falling out. Things are falling out. Oh, there's another one. Excellent. Hi there. Is it Rita? Hello. I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. Thank you very much for joining me today. So this is just my thank you from the Art Sherpa and telling me what the month's theme is. Now, obviously, because I've got my box late, it means I can tell you what the theme is because we already know. The theme is obviously hope. And I hope you guys, oh, it's a long E, so it's Rita. Oh, thank you, Rita. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying making your ATCs anyway. As you can see, I have this really super cool round box. Oh, wow, I love this. This is so amazing. Look, check this out, guys. This is so pretty. I don't even want to open it. It's so pretty. So let me see how I can, oh, now this is nice. I'm going to be very careful not to, oh, see, lots of protective packaging in here. So, dun, 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 and I wonder, I do have this. So I'm wondering if you guys didn't mind, I might try and pop the camera in here so everybody can actually see as I open the box. So excuse me just for the minute. There's going to maybe be a little bit of, oh my goodness, I feel sick. Yeah, this way round. And I should be able to get this in here. Oh, sorry. There we go. Oh, oops. Excuse my fingers. There we are. So let me just make some small adjustments here. And here. Okay, so there we go. I think everybody can see that now. Oops, sorry. Right. Let's see what's in this bad boy. Wonder what I could use this for. Any suggestions? Oh, excellent. We've got some Hansa Yellow Medium from Golden. I love Golden paints. Have some Phthalo Blue, green shade. Oh, now I haven't tried Golden Open paints. Now these paints are supposed to not dry so quickly. So slow drying acrylics. That's pretty cool. Oh, hi there, Kathy. Thank you very much for joining me. It's much appreciated. I'm Tanya. I'm just opening up my art experience box from the Art Sherpa. I got sent as part of being part of the Art Sherpa Design Team. Now, there's some fantastic Art Sherpa brushes here. Got a cloud brush and a fan brush. Oh, that's cool. I've not got a fan brush. Let me just take this out of the elastic band. Okay, so I've got a number 4 cloud. I've got number 2 bright, excellent, and a number 4 bright, and a number 6 fan. Oh, sorry guys, it's a bit too close, isn't it? So these are really cool. I'm really looking forward to using these because I do actually own the Art Sherpa cat's tongue. Or Rita says use the paper for hair or bird's nest. Yes, that's a very good good suggestion. And Mark's saying cool packing of these fun art supplies. Yes, it is. I'm just absolutely amazed by it. So this is the number 8 Art Sherpa cat's tongue, and also I have the number 4. Now, if you have seen my ATC video, you will see that I have actually used the number 4 cat's tongue to do the entire, now there's the size of it, to do the entire ATC. And if you haven't seen, oops, sorry guys, I've just knocked the camera again. This is the ATC that I did. Now the video is available, and obviously I will, once I'm done with this, I'll put a link in the iCard. But as you can see, this is the size of the brush next to the ATC. Now, ATCs are artist trading cards. They are basically pen pals, essentially, between artists because it's communicating through art. So it could be painting like this, it could be collage, it could be mixed media, just whatever you decide to create on the 2.5 by 3.5 inches size card. It's art, and you can swap it. So if you haven't already heard about it, there is an Art Sherpa ATC Facebook group, and there's also the Art Sherpa ATC swap group, which is available on her website. So again, I will leave all the links in the description so you can go to it, because I can never remember the entire address off the top of my head. But I know the Art Sherpa website is www.theartsherpa.com. So you can go and check that out. And Tracy has said, hello, I really like your ATC. Thank you very much, Tracy. I'm so glad that you can join me. So far I have got my brushes and I have got my golden paints. I do love golden paints. I already own a reasonable sized set. Oh, we've got another open paint here. So we've got Natural Red Light. And oh, I hear jingling. I hear jingling. Oh, we've got a badge. Oh, I'm going to wear that with pride. Oh, cool. Just what I need, a mirror. That is fantastic. I actually do need one of these. I like having compact things like this to carry about with me. And this would be fantastic for checking my art, because using a mirror to actually check your proportions is actually helpful. So excellent. And now what's the, oh, brush cleaner. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm still just absolutely gobsmacked by this really cool box. I love this box. I'm going to have to find a safe place to keep this. This is amazing. So thank you very much. Rita's asking, what is the name of that brush cleaner? It says the Masters. The Masters brush cleaner used with water. It's not really got an awful lot of information on the back. Sorry, I'm going a bit blind in my old age. Cleans wet and dry, oil paint, acrylic and watercolor. Okay, cool. All right, okay, so it looks like it's yeah, it looks like a bar of soap that's in a little pot. I'm sure it's not just soap. I'm sure it's proper cleaner. Can you guys actually see that round the right way, or is that backwards for you as well? I don't know. Rita says I would need a magnifying glass. Well, to be honest, Rita, I've literally just had my eyes retested, and I do need slightly stronger glasses. So I'm just waiting on them being delivered to the shop, and I'll go and collect them. So that's it, folks. That's my unboxing. I would just like to give a huge thank you again to Cinnamon, the Art Sherpa. You are totally amazing. And I would like to, if I may, take this opportunity to remind everybody that I am actually raising awareness and funds for St Jude as well. So St Jude is a children's research hospital, and they do amazing things. I've just watched Cinnamon on her live, and she was talking about it and had me, she had me quite emotional when she was talking about the fact that they are able to now give a treatment to brain tumours that actually stop the damage to children's brains, so they don't get the splashback damage. And that is just awesome. And yes, I know the hospital in the States, and as you probably noticed, I have a Scottish accent, so I'm not from the States. I am in Scotland, and the fact that this hospital treats children from around the world and tries to help the families to actually get them there is just, it's amazing, and I really want to help. So my pledge is that I have can I get my words out now? I have a goal of $100, and if I reach my goal, I have promised everybody that I will go and do something in public wearing my Jedi outfit. Now, if you've seen the Art Sherpa introduction to the Art Sherpa Design Team, you will have heard that I love Jedi. Well, yes, I do love Jedi, and I made a Jedi costume, and I have made this pledge that I will go out in public with my Jedi costume and do something. So whether it's going to go to the town centre, or go and do my shopping, or go and visit somebody or something, I will do that to raise money for St Jude's. So again, you know, if you would like to help me to get to my goal of $100, I will leave the link in the description. So everything you need to know about the design team, about the ATCs, about the campaign that I have running along with the Art Sherpa and various other members is going to be in the description. So that just really leaves me to say thank you so, so much for coming and watching me. It is very much appreciated. So thank you, Rita. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, MWB Arts. And hello, Tina. Hi there. Thank you for joining me. You've come just at the end point, but if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, I will hang about for a couple more minutes if there's anything that you would like to know. If you just type it in the chat, and I'll see if I can answer it for you. I really do appreciate you taking the time to come and say hello. I'm just still really in awe of this box. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, I see Kathy saying hi. I'm sorry, Kathy, I didn't notice before. Kathy, hello, welcome. Oh, and one last thing as well. There is $20 has been donated to my campaign, and as promised, I said that I would give a shout out to the person who has given me the donation. So I would like to say a big, huge thank you, and I love you to the Art Sherpa. And I know the Art Sherpa is raising her own funds, but I secretly suspect that the Art Sherpa has started the donations off because she's desperate to see me in my Jedi costume. Now, I did put the Jedi costume on yesterday, which was obviously May the 4th. So I did a May the 4th be with you video, and I used my mind, Jedi mind powers to compel people to donate, and it worked. Yes, Rita, you will get to see me in my costume. If you wanted to see a little sneak peek of me in my costume, if you go to Facebook and look up Tartantaz, the Tartantaz Creates, which is my Facebook page, you will see the video there. The other alternative is to find my campaign. And again, I will put the link in the description. I don't know, and wonder actually if I can. Maybe, no, I can't. I don't actually, I'm on my new computer and I don't have the link on this to be able to copy and paste it in, which I probably should have thought about that before I came live, but I was so excited about getting my Art Sherpa box that I didn't. I wanted to open it. My family were here visiting, and literally I just came upstairs and went live as soon as they went away home. It was lovely to see my family. I loved the fact that they were here, and it was sunny, and we were out. My daughter's expecting her third baby, so we were out doing lots of photographs of the children kissing the bump, and dad holding the bump with mum holding the bump, and all your usual. We had a bit of a photo shoot today. Even my dad came along, so we got some 4-generation photographs, because there was my dad, there was myself, my daughter, and obviously my grandchildren. So that was absolutely awesome today. So I've gone off on a bit of a tangent there. So yes, you will get to see me, and if I get past, thank you very much, Rita. Yeah, my daughter's due in 7 weeks' time, so she's really uncomfortable right now, and she can't believe that she still has 7 weeks to go. I will be filming. Thank you, Tina. Thank you very much for your congratulations on my new grandchild. Thank you. I will be hopefully filming me now, whether that be a sort of selfie type film, or whether I'll be able to convince one of my friends to actually film me or not. We will see at the time. It depends on whether there'll be somebody available, but either way, I will film it. And you will see whatever it is. Now, if people are giving donations, they can also offer some suggestions at the same time as what they think would be fun to see me do. So maybe it is a I don't know, maybe going to the park, or going to, as I said, doing shopping, something within reason, something that is legal, something that is not going to get me in trouble, then I absolutely do not mind. So now that I've kind of sort of finished with the thing, pardon my my fingers and my hand, I'm just going to put my webcam back up. There we go, and let it focus. Hello, hi. Excuse the mess. I'm really sorry about the mess. I'm in the middle of decorating. This colour here is the new colour. The wall up the back is the old colour. I've done 2 walls, so I've done the wall that's facing me and this wall here. And I stopped because I needed to get some painting done, and I'd kind of sort of tidied up. And because painting takes so long, I haven't actually done the other 2 walls yet, but they will get done. They need to be prepped, they need holes filled, etc., etc. And you can see these are my lights that I usually use when I am painting. And you can see my easel in the background there. And there are some paintings around about that you can see. Tina's saying your mess looks better than my mess. Oh, Tina, I don't think it's a competition. Oh, but okay. I will take that. I will definitely take that. So Kathy says you should see my art space. Do you know, I think this is the thing, isn't it, Tina and Kathy? When people are doing their videos and things, I think what happens is people will only see this one little space and don't really see the chaos that's behind. And so yeah, that is definitely my chaos at the back. And you know, it's fine. It's one of those things. It's being a creative, isn't it? I don't think there's very few artists, I think, that can keep their art space completely clean. To be fair, too bad the walls aren't all the size of ATC. Yes, you're absolutely right. Little bitty ones, that would be fantastic, and it'd be done. Absolutely, yeah. I would agree with that. Yeah. So, does anybody have any questions? I'd be happy to answer any questions about me, about my art, you know, anything that you would like to ask. I really appreciate you coming here. It really was just about opening the box, but I'm happy to kind of hang about a little bit and see if there's any questions that you would like to ask. So Rita has asked me, how long have you been painting? Long story short, probably about 5 years. I started off painting when I was at school, and I took what we call O grades in Scotland. We used to call them O grades. They're now changed to something else, and I really can't tell you. I think they're standard grades now. And I loved art, and I wanted to go to art school, but unfortunately, I had people saying things like, you know, can't be an artist, it's not a real job, and then obviously telling me things like, oh, you know, to get into art school, you have to be the best of the best. Do you really want to go? Do you really think that that's a good idea? Blah, blah, blah. And as a teenager, obviously we're very insecure at that age. And what I heard was, you're not good enough. So I stopped painting, I stopped drawing, and I didn't do anything for years. I got into things like card making and scrapbooking because that didn't require me to draw. So I still remain sort of creative, and then eventually I decided to learn to crochet, and I think I was looking for mini books on scrapbooking on YouTube when I found the art journals. And so I figured, well, I'll start art journaling because it was stenciling. Again, there was no drawing involved. And then I started experimenting and started drawing again. And then eventually I got to the point where I started to paint. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I'm now back into painting again. I know that was a bit of a long-winded answer to your question, Rita, but hopefully that has given you some inspiration. And thank you very much for asking the question. So I'm going to offer one last chance before I go, if there's anybody that would like to ask one more question. And then I will wind up and say ta-ta. Rita says, thank you. Yes, you are inspiring me. Oh, thank you. Because that's what I want to do. I would like to encourage absolutely everybody and anybody, if they want to be artistic, be artistic. I don't care whether you can or cannot draw. That makes absolutely no difference whatsoever, because art is subjective. And I really get annoyed when I hear people say things like, oh, you can't do that because that's cheating. Rubbish. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are actually creating and having fun, and that is what matters. So Kathy has asked, what are your favorite things to paint? Well, funnily enough, my favorite things to paint are portraits. You can just about see in the background, there is a watercolor portrait there of Doctor Who. There is, if I can get my finger right, there we go. There is an acrylic painting. Now, this is an acrylic painting of one of my favorite artists on YouTube, Leoba Bruckner. I love watching her. So that is a painting there. This little one here, in fact, I'll maybe go and bring it over. This little painting here is practice in oils of my of a self-portrait. This is just where I cleaned the brush off. It really was just a case of practicing with oils, because working with oils is completely different to working with acrylic paints. So again, long-winded answer, Kathy, but hopefully that's giving you a little bit of insight. But portraits are my favorite thing to paint. And Angela says, hello from Knoxville, Tennessee. Hi. And Angela says, you're so enthusiastic. Thank you. Yes, it's who I am, I'm afraid. I'm sure it'll annoy somebody. I'm sure it will annoy somebody, but I just get so excited and passionate about art and about encouraging other people to be creative. Because believe you me, you know, not all of my art is, you know, as, you know, there's, that's art journaling. That's not fine art, as, you know, in terms of what fine art actually is, but it's still art, it's creative. Some people will see that as a mess, but I don't care. I'm enjoying myself. And Kat's from, oh, Canada, from Victoria, BC, Canada. Hi, Kat. Thank you very much for joining me today. And Angela says that, oh, you've been in a frump. Okay, yeah, we all get those sometimes, don't we? I find that doing something that doesn't really require an awful lot of, I say concentration, but I mean as in the sense of there's no expectations of getting it right. So something like abstract art, that kind of thing, just slapping the paint about, Yeah, absolutely, Tina. You're right. It may not be fine art, but it is art, and that is just fine. You're absolutely right. And George says, howdy from Chicago. Hi there. I find that when I'm in a bit of a slump, I try and do some abstract. Now, I bring over this artwork here, because this artwork here, it started off as an abstract. Now you can see in the background, it was literally, and I did do a live session on this, but I did it on Facebook. But this was, and I wonder if I should be putting my light on, or at least opening up the blinds or something, because it's getting a bit dull in here. But this started off as an abstract painting. I literally just went with a paint. I really wasn't caring, and then it sat for, probably around about 3, 4, maybe 5 weeks, something like that, at least a good month. And then I walked past it every now and then, and eventually I decided that actually, do you know what? This looked like trees, so I was going to put trees in, and I saw a deer, and that's exactly what I did. Now, if you check out my channel, you will actually find this video. You will actually see, and you will see it go through the ugly stage. You will see it being really ugly. I'm going to pop on some light. And I'll maybe stick that up so that it's not quite so. There we go. That's a little bit better. I can see now. Okay, so where did we get to? I said hello to George because you're from Chicago. Angela says, just playing instead of following a tutorial, that gets me frustrated. Oh, that's interesting. What is it about it that frustrates you, Angela? Playing instead of following a tutorial. Kat says, I'm new to ATC because of Art Sherpa. Yes, I have done ATCs in the past, but many of my ATCs, I'm just going to pop this down just a little bit if I can. There we go. That's a little bit better. But most of mine in the past have been more scrapbooky type things, you know, collaging, that kind of stuff, because I have to confess, it's out of my comfort zone, painting so small. So this is 2.5 by 3.5 inches, and that is really, really, really small. And even when I was art journaling, I really struggled to do small spreads. I ended up getting a big journal. I'm doing smaller journals now, but when I first started, because for me, letting loose, it's about having that room to actually move my arm about, and that's why I like bigger paintings. And so when I got asked to do this, not this specific one, but when I got asked to do the Art Sherpa Design Team, I jumped at the chance because I love to challenge myself. And so I decided that that's what I would do. I hope that you're enjoying doing the ATCs, Cats, because I know I do. Kathy says it's like singing. We are told make a joyful noise, not beautiful. Yes, absolutely. You know, if singing, whether somebody can sing or not, if they enjoy singing, then great. Admittedly, they're not necessarily going to make records, but that's not all singing's about, is it? It's about being able to actually have fun. I used to live in a place called Fort William. I worked in Fort William. It was actually Kinlochleven I lived. And I was part of an amateur dramatic society, and it was a very inclusive society, and that's what I loved about it, because there was people with all sorts of abilities, people who couldn't sing, people who could sing, there was people with disabilities, learning difficulties. It was just an amazing group to work with, and to see the joy on people's faces because they were included in something, for me was much better than anything. And Okay, I'm with you, Angela. Right, I'm with you. Sorry, I obviously misunderstood what you were saying. So you mean it's funnier to just play? Yes. I like using my hands and my fingers, and I've got jelly plates and sprays, and oh yeah, I can get myself into a right mess when I want to, because I do enjoy my art journaling. So I mean, there's again, that's something else that's, you know, it's not fine art, but it's fun. You know, I can do fine art, but I can also do some fun stuff too. George was saying, I saw your Mount Fuji. It was fun to watch. Looking forward to the ATC. I work small, so it's right on spot for me. Oh, that's fantastic, George. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I've just done the unboxing of this today. Mine was late, which was why I decided to do that particular tutorial, because I thought it would be fun. I've been seeing on YouTube actually a lot of people, a lot of artists doing, you know, I followed Bob Ross, and whilst yes, Bob Ross is you know, very famous, and do you know the only reason I know Bob Ross is because of being on YouTube and getting to know Cinnamon, because I'm in Scotland. We didn't really grow up knowing who Bob Ross was, so I thought it would be fun to do something that the Art Sherpa had done, because when I first started on YouTube, the Art Sherpa was somebody that I followed, and she was my fangirl, you know, as in I was fangirling over the Art Sherpa, and so I thought it would be fun to do a tutorial of hers, and I've literally just learned how to do the picture-in-picture, so that was fun to do. But I hope you guys are going to watch this space, because I actually have an awesome video coming up where I have used my Art Sherpa cat's tongue to do what was a secret, and it will remain a secret, painting until the video is released. I had so much fun doing the painting, and the painting is actually, I hope, fingers crossed, going to raise some money to help St Judes. Kathy is saying that she's having a hard time choosing what to draw for the ATC. Sorry, Angela, I missed your message. Very nice. Katz is saying, I was scrapbook and card making teacher, so I get that the painting so small is a new challenge for me. Well, I hope you're enjoying your new challenge, Katz, because yeah, it's, you know, I thought when I first started doing it, I thought, oh great, you know, I'll be able to do really quick videos because I'll be able to paint them and get them uploaded a lot quicker than my big paintings. Yeah, that didn't happen. It still took me probably about 2 hours to paint this little painting, which is interesting because it's so small, but I think it is because it's so small. Yeah, having a hard time to choosing what to draw for the ATC. Do you know what, Kathy, it's interesting because when you have such an open choice of what you can do, it can be really hard. I can be the same. Rita has said, I have subscribed and I click the bell for reminders. Oh, thank you, Rita. Oh, you're an absolute star. Thank you very much. Yeah, I get a little bit like that. It's, you're overwhelmed by choice, and it's that I also sometimes think that sometimes it's fear that stops me. So I'll think, oh, I really fancy drawing, I don't know, a mermaid, for example. And then I think, well, can I draw in a mermaid? You know, what will I put in the background? What will I, you know, what will I actually put in? Will they be on the rock? Will they be in the water? How will I draw? And then I spend so much time thinking about it that I don't actually get round to doing it. And then I go, oh, whoops, I haven't got time to draw anything. It's bedtime. And then I go to bed. So it's a difficult one. One of the things that I've sometimes do is I will look through some of my photographs, and I will go on Photoshop and I will stick all my photographs together and kind of, you know, add a head onto a body, you know, or put it onto a different background, that kind of thing, to inspire me to actually draw something. I don't know if you guys can see down the bottom here, but this is a painting. It's an oil painting that I started probably around about 4 months ago, maybe longer actually. In fact, it probably will be longer because this is May, so this is the 5th month, and it was back in 2017 I started it. And I stopped. I got to the point where I was so pleased with it that I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it, because I'm not used to oil painting. So this is what I started several months ago. It is at the point where I'm really pleased with it, and I've become a little bit afraid of working with oils. But that's absolutely fine, because I know that I will just one day decide, actually, do you know what? I'm going to get my oils out and I'm going to finish it, because that's what I do. That's what I did with this painting at the back that I showed you earlier on. It sat for weeks because I didn't know what to actually put on it. It was one day when I was walking past it, happened to walk past it, and it just suddenly came to me. So I wonder, Kathy, if instead of trying to think about what you want to draw, try doing a background. Just simply cover the ATC with a background and maybe look to see if there's anything that jumps out at you, an inspiration that's, you know, a shape in it that you see that you might think, well, actually, that would look nice with such and such on it. Does that help at all? I know you didn't ask for help, but you know, maybe something that I've said might kind of inspire you to think about how to help yourself. So George has said, oh, sorry, Angela says, look amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. George has said, I just approach a painting as an experiment. Great paint. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know that this live has gone on way longer than I had anticipated, but I'm so excited that everybody's here and I can talk to people across the world. I mean, how amazing is that? It is so cool. Absolutely fantastic. I'm having such a blast right now. You have no idea how much it actually means to me that you guys are here. Kathy's saying, thank you, that is a good idea. I will try that. You're very welcome. You know, what can you lose at the end of the day? It's, you know, sometimes it's about just throwing something down and then suddenly it'll, you know, something will trigger and you'll get an idea. And even if you don't get the idea for the particular background that you've done, but by painting something, you might get an idea to paint something else. Now, I'm just wondering if there's something that has just come to mind, and I'm wondering if I've got it around here. And I probably don't actually, now that I think about it. No, I don't. Oh, well, I was going to show you something else that I had kind of sort of started and was inspired to do something else and ended up doing a completely different painting altogether. But I don't have it here at the moment. So Cassandra says, hello, sorry I'm late. Nice to meet you. I have subscribed, so that's one more. Oh, thank you so much, Cassandra. I really do appreciate the time, because I know that everybody's time is precious. We've all got, you know, set times, and for you to come on and say hello and talk with me across the world is just absolutely amazing. I cannot thank you enough. I'm getting quite emotional now. Oh, my heart's racing. And nobody's ever late. They're just on time. I'm just killing time until you got here, as they say. Oh, Cassandra, you're from Australia. One of my, in fact, my #1 fan, Angeli, is from the Gold Coast in Australia. She has been one of my subscribers since I started 3 years ago. And she was one of the ones that encouraged me to start my YouTube channel. And it's interesting to see some of my older videos. I don't know if you guys know Mona. She has a fantastic art channel as well. And she had been commenting just recently because she'd gone back to some of my older videos and was commenting on them, and some that I hadn't seen for a while. And they were definitely cringeworthy, I have to say. But having said that, it was really fun to watch them again. Katz has said, yes, subscribe, bell clicked, and thumbs up. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, this is just amazing. You guys are wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to... Yeah, I probably should breathe. That would probably be a very good idea, wouldn't it, George? He's just said, we're for you, just breathe, but this is cool. Thank you. Yes, and breathe. So is there any other questions, anything else that you would like to know? I'm happy to answer any kind of question. Could be anything about art or drawing or anything. I'm just really thrilled to bits that you are spending so much time. In fact, if I'd have known that people were wanting to come and hang out with me, I might have actually, you know, done some art. But I really genuinely did not expect so many people to come along and say hi and hang out with me. That's just such an honor. I'm just not organized to be able to do anything. And I suspect that if I decided to do some painting or drawing, I would probably be the exact same as Kathy was earlier on. And I'd be like, I don't know what to draw. What is the picture on the easel? Next time we want to paint. Okay. I can bring it back over. I did show it earlier on, but let me go and grab it again. In fact, I'll give you a little sneak peek at one of my other paintings as well that will eventually be a video. Oh, this is my stag painting. It started off as an abstract, and I didn't know what to do with it, so it sat for weeks until eventually one day I happened to walk past it and decided to paint the stag. And as I said earlier on, there is a video showing me painting that and showing just how I got through the ugly stage, because it really was quite ugly, which happens in acrylics, doesn't it? And then I got it. Virginia, hello Virginia, thank you very much for joining me today. Very much appreciated. So Kathy saying just chatting with you is fun. Thank you, thank you. I have been known to sing occasionally, but I'm not too sure about how I would get away with it on YouTube. I've done it on Facebook, but I think that they would give me a strike or something for copyright for singing something. So maybe not. Although I do believe that there is one song that I kind of know that is probably not copyrighted, which is a very old kind of Celtic song. So I could maybe try a little bit of that. Okay, Cassandra says, yeah, now you have been warned. Okay. When will my love come to me over land and over sea? Will he be the one for me? Oh, Deco, Deco, Dandy, Alamagadu, deca-do, ooh-da-de-oh, deco, deco, dandy. When I come into Auchindoun on a May morning, I spy Willie McIntosh before the dawning, and I can never remember the words after this line. Ta-da! There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cinnamon is great at doing this, isn't she? Yes, Cinnamon is great. Cinnamon is, I consider Cinnamon one of my best friends. She is totally amazing. Her heart is so full of love and giving, and she just spreads the joy, and I love being her friend, and I love the fact that she has invited me to be in the Art Sherpa Design Team. I am just bursting with joy that I am part of that team. Rita has said, I love it. Angela said, love. Cassandra, now you have the start for your show. Do you know, interestingly, Cinnamon is always trying to talk me into being the singing artist, because it's something that is not necessarily found on YouTube. But as I said, I'm more afraid of getting a copyright strike. Unless somebody wants to write a song for me, then I would sing that. Kathy says, that was good. You have a nice voice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I love singing. I have been in musicals and all sorts. I have, I believe it or not, have played The Widow Corney. In fact, I have a photograph up here, if you just bear with me. There we go. That, believe it or not, is me as the Widow Corney, with my friend playing Mr. Bumble. And that was us performing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the stage show, because the stage show has 1 or 2 extra songs in it. And one of them is The Widow Corney, I Shall Scream. That was us performing it. So it was good fun, good fun. So what shall we talk about now? Oh, I'm getting a bit warm now with the lights being on. I wonder if I should open my window a little bit. That might help. Oh, there's a little bit of fresh air coming in. Whew. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that, but my face has gone really, really red. And I think that's because I've got the light on, and it does generate a lot of heat. Cassandra said, careful what you ask for. You're now the singing artist. We have someone who can write songs. We can ask Cinnamon. It would be fun. It would be fun. Absolutely. I once did a parody at my work where I took the tune of a Christmas Carol and put my own words to it. So that was quite fun. I can't remember the entire song. I remember the first line of it, which was, "We once were correspondents, we are now customer care." And that's as much as I can remember, so I'm afraid that's about it. Kathy's saying, I need to go. It was fun chatting with you. Thank you very much for spending as much time as you did. It was fun. I'm really very, very grateful. Do you sing while you paint on your own? Well, yes and no. It depends on how much I'm concentrating. If if I'm really concentrating and I need to concentrate, so if it's a fine art piece that I'm doing, say a commission, for example, for someone, then I will put on music that I can't sing to, because otherwise I'll get distracted. But if, what time of day is it there? It's Saturday at 3:39 p.m. here in Tennessee. It is actually 20 minutes to 9 here. I'm in Scotland. The temperature in my room is warm because I've got my studio light on, and that's why it's really, really warm, because it's not usually warm. It's Scotland I live in, but it's warm in here today. I've got my computer on, and obviously the screen generates heat, and my studio lamp, excuse me, is on. I don't know what the temp is. I'd have to look. Let me have a look. Let me see what the temperature actually. Oh no, I don't need to Google it. I have my app here. Let me just bring it up. It is 17 degrees right now, apparently, and that's Celsius. We go by Celsius. So there you go. There's the temperature. So that's, hopefully that answers your question, Cats. Okay, now I'm running out of things to say. Oh wow, that's amazing. Angela says, my grandmother was from Scotland over 100 years ago. That is so cool. I actually have an aunt who lives in, now where does she live again? Pennsylvania now. She used to live in, oh, it escapes me now. The Blair Witch was filmed there. Oh, anyone jog my memory? Oh, I can't remember. Yep, it's gone. It's gone. It's where the Blair Witch was filmed. That's where she used to live, and she lived there for a good number of years. But then she moved to Pennsylvania, so that's where she's currently living. Rita says, I'm looking forward to watching you and learning more great works from you. Okay, Cassandra says, amazing. I was born Russell from Scotland. Cool. Cool. Well, funnily enough, I'm Scottish, but I was actually born in Malta because my dad was in the Navy, and he was actually stationed out there. And my mum, rather than risk having me too soon and not be able to be home in time to have me, she decided to stay in Malta. So that I was actually born in Malta. But I wasn't brought up in Malta. I was brought up in Scotland. My mum brought me back home when I was still a baby, so I was brought up in Scotland. Angela says, this is so much fun. Cassandra said, it's a small world. Yes, it is indeed. Isn't the internet absolutely fantastic for that? It allows us to meet so many people from across the world and what have you. So yeah, this is really cool. I mean, a lot of my videos, I tend to do more time-lapse videos rather than teaching videos, just from the point of view that I'm not necessarily particularly good at teaching. Not if I'm painting and I'm concentrating, but only from the point of view that it's not that I can't teach, it's more that I forget to talk. So there will be a lot of silences, and maybe that's something that I could practice doing to try and help teach people. I guess I don't really consider myself to be a particular master at art myself, and I'm still learning so much. But then I think we all learn, no matter what stage we actually get to. There is still lots that we can all learn. So I tend to do more time-lapse videos because I'm not really, I have to be honest, I've never really been sure whether people would actually want to spend the time watching me paint, because it does take quite some time. So Angela is saying, my parents and grandparents would be so amazed by this technology. Yes, absolutely. Cassandra, I will tell my sisters that a Scottish artist sing me a Welsh song from the other side of the world. It's a Celtic song. I can't remember the name of it, but I believe that it's kind of there's the little ditty part of it that nobody can really understand. That there's no, it's actually nonsense words. I thought it was Gaelic. In fact, I do know a Gaelic song, which is something about the porridge, hot and cold, which, if I can get my pronunciation right, is something along the lines of you start off slow and then you get faster as it goes along. So it starts off Brochen laun, tannach laun, brochen laun mesu. Brochen laun, tannach laun, brochen laun mesu. Brochen laun, tannach laun, brochen laun mesu. She brochen laun, she tannach laun, she brochen laun mesu. Brochen tanna tanna tanna, brochen laun mesu. Brochen tanna tanna tanna, brochen laun mesu. Brochen tanna tanna tanna, brochen laun mesu. She brochen laun, she tannach laun, she brochen laun mesu. And then you get faster and faster and faster. So eventually it gets to the point where you're brochen laun, tarach laun, brochen laun mesu, brochen laun, tarach laun, brochen laun mesu, brochen laun, tarach laun, brochen laun mesu, she brochen laun, she tarach laun, she brochen laun mesu, brochen dana dana dana, brochen laun mesu, brochen dana dana dana, brochen laun mesu, brochen dana dana dana, brochen laun mesu, she brochen laun, she tarach laun, she brochen laun mesu. Ta-da! So there you go. We've got an album going here. Yes. Absolutely. I'm running out of songs that I could potentially sing that I wouldn't get a copyright strike for. So I shall leave it there. I really don't, as much as I want to burst out into, there's no business like, I'm not going to. So, are there any more questions before I skedaddle? Because it is getting late, and I actually have an introduction that I probably should be recording for my next video. Now, my next video, I think particularly all you Art Sherpa fans, is going to love, because I am painting it with the Art Sherpa cat's tongues, and it's going to be a time lapse. And it's also going to be a video that I'm going to be, again, shouting out and asking for help to raise funds for St Jude. So that will be fun. So I must remember and put in the links in the description for this video for the Art Sherpa ATC Club, for the links for the donation page, for the campaign page, for mine. Sandra said, put word out you want written. Kat says, time to go plan my ATC. Nice to meet you. See you again. Thank you very much for joining me, Kat. It's been absolutely an absolute pleasure. I have had an absolute ball. So yeah, I will go for now. George, you're awesome too, as is everybody else that has come in. So thank you. And I hope to see you again. Yes, it's been fantastic chatting with you too, Rita. Thank you. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. Bye. See you all again sometime soon. Bye. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up.